What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to TTP Sports, and yes, we are going to discuss the major topic that's going on around Philadelphia right now. That is Jalen Hurts is now going to be the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles going into Sunday's game against the New Orleans Saints. And just to get it out of the air right there, I know my opinion that I expressed in the past recap against Green Bay is that I feel like, and people have called me a Carson Wentz apologist, which I don't think that's the full thing right there. I don't want Jalen Hurts to fail. I'm not saying I want Jalen Hurts to fail. I want him to go out there and be the best player that he could be. It's just the entire situation that is revolving around this entire quarterback controversy with the Philadelphia Eagles, because it starts from the very top. It starts from guys like Jeffrey Lurie and guys like Howie Roseman. Also, you can put Doug Pederson into the mix as well. Basically, the entire coaching staff to the front office point of view right there, you can put into the mix to be in the blame for this entire quarterback controversy that's going on with the Eagles right now. And it's so mind-boggling. It is so mind-boggling that we are in this situation that we currently are in. It's just that, honestly, no, we as a fan base definitely expected something like this were to happen going back towards the draft when Jalen Hurts was selected in the second round. But for some odd reason, and Doug Pederson is the guy that's taking all the press conferences, he's taking all of the heat, but for some odd reason, it didn't click in their minds that, oh, we didn't think this was going to happen, and we didn't expect this to happen coming into this part of the season. How? How in God's name do you not expect there to be some type of divide, to be expected to be there some type of problem when you select a quarterback in the second round? And Carson Wentz has been dealing with this his entire career with the Eagles. He had to deal with the whole situation with Nick Foles, and understandably in the 2017 season, Carson Wentz tore his ACL, had to be benched for the entire year. But then he had to go watch Nick Foles go and win a Super Bowl and see how this city praised Nick Foles like he was the savior of the city, having statues built of him. Just literally everything revolving around Nick Foles. And Carson Wentz had to deal with that, especially going into the season after the Super Bowl, where Nick Foles was the starter because Carson Wentz was injured. Carson Wentz came back in, got injured once again, got replaced by Nick Foles, and then Nick Foles did the same thing going into the playoffs, but the Eagles didn't go that far. And then once Nick Foles finally got out of the city, Carson Wentz finally didn't have to worry about something lingering behind him, that other backup quarterback that can come in at any time and replace him. He didn't have that worrying about that last year. And Carson Wentz played really good last year. And now he has to come into another situation this year where the Eagles draft a quarterback in the second round that could be a starter in the future that can soon be Wentz's replacement. Where is the thought process in that? How do you not see this coming? As a fan base, we saw it from the jump. We saw it from the get-go. How does this front office, how did this coaching staff not see this problem as soon as Jalen Hurts' name came off the board to the Eagles? How did they not see that whatsoever? And the more that I think about it right now, the more that I dive deep into this whole situation with the starting of Jalen Hurts on Sunday, the more that I start to think that that was the right choice to put Jalen Hurts into the mix for Sunday. Just because, yes, Carson Wentz has been absolutely terrible. He has sucked. He has missed throws. He has just been terrible this entire season. Getting sacked, even though I would say being sacked, that's more on the blame of the offensive line, but there are situations where he does need to throw the ball away when he doesn't. So it still just goes to the fact that I'm still not a fan of the entire situation that's been revolving around it, but I do believe right now, just do whatever the hell you have to do at this point. If it's putting Jalen Hurts into the mix, okay, fine, do whatever you have to do. I'm not rooting for the guy to fail whatsoever. I want this guy to go out there and succeed. I'm just not a fan of the entire situation that has been basically the turmoil of this entire damn season. It's just, to me, it's just very mind-boggling, just going back to like how Doug Pederson and saying just how he didn't envision this going back to the draft. Like, just how do you not do that? That's still very mind-boggling to me. And there's still like things that Doug Pederson has said, like even after the announcement of Jalen Hurts being the starter on Sunday, and now that he's talking about, oh, now we have to start implementing the run into the game now that Jalen Hurts is in the mix. What? What? Why is that an option right now? Why are we doing that right now? Because every single week it's been, okay, let's get the run game in there. Let's get the run game in there. They established the run early on in games. They've been doing that for the past so many weeks. And for some reason, they stop. They just stop for God knows why. And the past week against Green Bay, they started off with the run. Miles Sanders, Howard. It's just that they were good. They managed to get some yardage out of there. And it's just, why? Why did you stop? Why did you stop using them? Because going back to that stat line on Sunday, after the first quarter, I think it was Miles Sanders. He had only like 5 carries in the first. And then in the second and the third, 0 carries from the second and the third. And then in the fourth, he eventually got some carries. But that just shows the go-you how they just stop using the run. They just stop using the run. I just don't know idea why they stopped doing it. And then you saw them when Jalen Hurts came in. They started implementing him getting out of the pocket, running the ball. They started implementing that in Jalen Hurts' game, which is a nice change of pace right there. I will admit that, because on moments where he was getting rushed, he did manage to use that speed, get out of the pocket, and try to get some yardage right there. But it's just like, why are we stating that we have to use the run more now? Why now? Why is that the option? When what happened? What was the reason for the past weeks? Why did we stop using the run the past weeks when it was shown to be more successful in the past weeks? Why is this the option now? Why are we just addressing this right now that we have to use the run? I just don't understand it. I have no idea what the thought process is going on with this coaching staff, with this front office. I just have no idea why. And then you also get the news that Jason Peters and Alshon Jeffrey, they're probably not going to be playing on Sunday. What? And you're going to be seeing Fulgham back in the mix. You're going to be seeing Herbig back there. And yes, Jason Peters has sucked. He's basically made of glass at this point, and he is still playing. And regardless of him playing like being glass, he is playing like absolute shit. He looks terrible. He's getting constantly beat and run over. And he deserves to be benched. He deserves to not be on the field. Alshon Jeffrey, the dude just doesn't care. He doesn't want to be in this city. And for some reason, he was still getting snaps. And now that you bring Jalen Hurts into the mix, now it's time to bench Alshon Jeffrey? Like, what is the thought process going into there? It's the right decisions, but what took you so long to make those decisions? What took you so long to bench Jason Peters? What took you so long to bench Alshon Jeffrey? What's the process going on right there? It is just insanely confusing. It is insanely mind-boggling on the thought process with this team right now. It's just, because I saw this on Twitter, I saw this, John Clark retweeted this, on going back to Howie Roseman at the draft, and how he was talking about the Jalen Hurts pick, on how he compared it to a Russell Wilson, and how he didn't want him to fall back into the draft like Russell Wilson did so many years ago during his draft. And it was just like, what? So you are comparing Jalen Hurts to Russell Wilson, and you didn't want a Russell Wilson type of quarterback to drop that far. And you didn't expect there to be some type of disconnection with the entire team because of that pick. You can tell that there is a disconnection with the team and Carson Wentz. There are definitely some players in that locker room that do not respect Carson Wentz right now because of how terrible he is playing. And there are definitely some players who are on the side of Jalen Hurts. There is definitely a scramble right there. There is definitely a separation of the people who want to play for whatever quarterback. And that has been the problem, like I said, Carson Wentz has been dealing with his entire career. He has been dealing with crap like that his entire damn career, with just so much separation in the locker room. Players not wanting to play for Carson. Players wanting to play for the backup quarterback. It's just, how did they not envision that when Jalen Hurts came off the board? I just don't understand that whatsoever. And like I said, I am not rooting for Jalen Hurts to fail. I want him to go out there and succeed. But it's just everything that is leading up to this entire situation. Everything. From him being drafted to this whole entire controversy right here, to the fan base thinking that putting Jalen Hurts in is going to be this thing that solves all of the problems with this team, because it is not. Jalen Hurts is not going to solve every problem. And imagine, going into Sunday, what if Jalen Hurts gets torched? Do they go right back to Carson Wentz? What? It's just, no. Going back to Carson Wentz when it's shown that he has already failed this season, and if Jalen Hurts fails, it's like, yeah, Carson, let's just go back right to you. Let's just, we're sorry. We're sorry for benching. Let's bring you back right there. No! No! After this entire situation, you don't go back to Carson Wentz. At this point, you let Jalen Hurts play, and you let him figure himself out. Because, like I said, I'm not rooting for him to fail. I hope he is successful against New Orleans, because that is definitely throwing the kid into the fire right there against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Probably the best defense in the NFL. And I hope he does succeed, because right now the decision making with this entire coaching staff and front office is just so mind-boggling. It is. It really, really is. It's just so confusing. I don't understand the decision making, and it just leads to so much division within this locker room. Even though it hasn't been really said that there's a division in the locker room, there's definitely something like that. I know Jason Kelce, he was talking in the press conference too, and how he really hopes that Carson isn't putting all the blame on himself, because he thinks that everything that's wrong with this team is not all on Carson, which is the truth. But there is also blame to put on Carson, because Carson Wentz has sucked. And like I said, putting Jalen Hurts into the mix for Sunday, right now I think that is the right move, just to get a different look in there. It's just that the entire thing leading up to this entire situation, I am not a fan of, and it really bugs me. It just really bugs me. Like I said, I'm not rooting for this kid to fail. I am not. It's just, like I said, it's just so weird. It's this entire situation, the problem with the entire thing, the team sucks. There's a lot of people that are playing right now that are just not playing good. The coaching staff, not that good. The front office has been terrible, basically the past few seasons. And the entire team is just broken. And throwing Jalen Hurts into the mix and making him the starting quarterback right now, it's not going to solve anything. Yes, it gives you a different look. And hopefully that is a successful look for Jalen Hurts. Hopefully. Hopefully it is. But right now, there are so many problems with this team. Just maybe switching to quarterbacks right now, it gives the team a different spark. But in the long run, there are a lot of things that this team needs to fix right now, especially in the front office. Maybe the coaching staff is one of those reasons too, but it's going to be interesting to see what Jalen Hurts can do on Sunday against the Saints. Hopefully it's really good, but like I said, it's still mind-boggling that we have to implement the run on Sunday now, that Jalen Hurts is in the mix. That's just like, what? What? It's so weird. It is very, very weird, and I just don't understand any of it. It's just like, it's so difficult to process that, just because when I think about how they process their decision-making, it's just like, what the hell are you thinking? And it all goes back to that draft. Like, what the hell were you thinking? We as a city said, what the hell were you thinking? And that one decision possibly led to this entire situation, most likely. I'm not saying, even though I literally just did, but not what I mean. Jalen Hurts pick, it was a reason for this one of these situations. It is. It is one of those reasons. Not rooting for the good to fail. Definitely not. I want to see him succeed. It's just this entire situation has been a catastrophe. This entire situation has been a dumpster fire. Maybe Jalen Hurts gives them that extra jump that they need, but in the long run, I don't see it as a solution right now. There are so many other problems that this team needs to fix, but hey, they got a game to play on Sunday. Jalen Hurts is the starter. Carson Wentz has sucked, and he does deserve to be benched. Like I said, this entire situation, it's just been so mind-boggling, insanely mind-boggling. So, what are your thoughts on this video? What are your thoughts on Jalen Hurts being named the starter for the Eagles? Do you think it's the right decision? Do you think they should have given Wentz one more shot? Like, I want to hear your thoughts on this decision-making by the Eagles. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I am partnered with, so I'll leave their links in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the Florida Podcast merch. That link will be in the description below as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.